Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Ekta Rumi, practicing on Baner Road, Pune, and also attached to KEM Hospital, Pune. Today I will be talking on behalf of Dharma Vidya Access to Dermatology World. So today we will be discussing about plaque psoriasis and its management. In this video, we will aim to shed light on the various types of plaque psoriasis, their myriad presentations, and also delve into the causes of the plaque psoriasis. Secondly, we will also be dealing with the management of plaque psoriasis, whether you have been suffering from it from years together, or if you have just been recently diagnosed. I'll be explaining about the care that can be taken in this condition. So what is psoriasis? Psoriasis is a skin condition which affects a lot of people worldwide, and it is characterized by formation of patches on the body which may be small or large, and it can be they may be covered with very fine scales or very large thick scales which get accumulated. The most common areas affected are the elbows, knees, and lower back, scalp at times. Basically, this condition is not contagious at all. It is a common skin condition that goes through periods of remission and periods when the disease is active. The common signs and symptoms of psoriasis is a patchy rash which might be itchy at times. There are several types of psoriasis, and the most common is the plaque psoriasis, which we are discussing today. And the other types of psoriasis are nail psoriasis, which affects the nails. It can come concomitantly with plaque psoriasis or separately. There is scalp psoriasis. Then there are some other various other forms of psoriasis like pustular psoriasis, erythrodermic psoriasis, which also require intervention. What causes psoriasis? Psoriasis is multifactorial. It is something that is a dysregulation in the immune system which may have triggered the psoriasis. There is a hereditary tendency which may have been there with a positive family history in some cases. Psoriasis is thought to be an immune system problem in which there is increased turnover of the cells, and hence they start accumulating in patches over the skin. There can be some kind of a genetic trigger, or sometimes infections can trigger this. What causes psoriasis? The exact cause of psoriasis is not known, but there seems to be some kind of an immune dysregulation, due to which the skin cells, they start growing faster than normal. And so what happens is that the infection fighting cells of our own body, they kind of attack our healthy cells, and there is kind of a different kind of an immune response which starts making these cells grow faster and so the skin starts getting accumulated in places, and there is like formation of thicker patches and scales on our body. Researchers have found that genetics and environmental factors play a role in this. We have to understand that this condition is not contagious, so it can't be given or taken from anybody. There are multiple kind of common triggers of psoriasis which occur. Common triggers of psoriasis include infections, weather conditions, then like many times alcohol consumption can trigger psoriasis. There is a genetic tendency at times for a person to develop psoriasis. Other triggers are like injury to the skin. At times they can trigger the whole process of psoriasis. Triggers of psoriasis. So what triggers this condition? It is usually it can be some genetic susceptibility of a person to get this, and it is many times triggered by infections, which may be skin infections or throat infections like streptococcal infections. And another is like seasonal variations. Some kind of climate changes can increase the chances of triggering the psoriasis. The smoking is definitely a trigger, and also a lot of alcohol consumption may trigger this. There are many like drugs also which can be which act as triggers, like lithium, and sometimes some kind of medications used for blood pressure, for high blood pressure. And lastly, at times it may be just it can get triggered because of sudden withdrawal of certain kind of medications like corticosteroids, which might have been given for some reason. If you have psoriasis, then there are certain kind of conditions which you are more prone to develop. Like at times, after psoriasis lesions heal, there can be some kind of dark patches or light patches which might remain on your skin for the time being, and later on it would get resolved. Other kind of risk factors which a person of psoriasis may face is the development of hypertension, the development of type 2 diabetes, obesity, and certain kind of eye conditions, cardiovascular diseases. Diagnosing psoriasis. Psoriasis can be diagnosed usually clinically. There is no need of doing any much kind of tests for it. Also nowadays we use the dermoscope, and in case there is a confusion, at times, very rarely, skin biopsy may be required to diagnose psoriasis. But in not in plaque psoriasis, but in different kinds of psoriasis, pustular psoriasis or erythrodermic psoriasis, biopsy is more often done. Treatment of psoriasis, basically, there will be some kind of basic skin care which would need to be followed. Other than that, topical medications in the form of corticosteroids are given, and other medications are also used, like vitamin D3 analogs, at times coal tar, anthralin. These are kind of supportive topical treatments that are used. Light therapy is very commonly used. It is one of the main first line treatment of psoriasis. Because it is very safe kind of treatment, but most problem is that it is not very readily available everywhere. So light can be used, like narrowband UVB light is the most commonly one used. PUA therapy may be used, that is UVA plus a psoralen is given. And another last is when there are localized patches, then we use excimer light, which is more powerful. It is concentrated to a certain wavelength, and that acts more quickly than giving like the narrowband UVB, which is like it has a wavelength in kind of a range of there's a range of wavelength like in that. Excimer therapy is a very targeted kind of a therapy, in which there is only one certain kind of there is only 308 nanometer light which is used, which is basically like targeted towards the condition. Oral or injected medications are also used. So oral medications in the form of methotrexate is used. Methotrexate, cyclosporin, and acitretin are the most commonly used ones. Injectable forms, like nowadays biologics have come. Biologics are mainly given through injections, and they kind of they kind of act on the immune system directly and kind of curb the disease process. In alternate medicines, aloe vera is used. It can be used safely. And another is fish oil supplements are useful in psoriasis. Lifestyle and home remedies. Very mild cleansers are to be used. No harsh chemicals, no disinfectants. Moisturization should be done twice a day. Immediately after bath will be good, as the skin is hydrated at that time, as moisturizer will block the evaporation of water from our skin. For very dry skin, heavy moisturizers and creams may be used. Lotions may not be enough. Expose your skin to sunlight, mostly in the morning or evening hours, like before 10 or after 4 p.m. wear soft fabric, avoid triggers as we know smoking, alcohol can trigger psoriasis. Try to maintain a healthy lifestyle, as we know that there are multiple kind of other kind of diseases which can be associated with psoriasis. So regular exercise, maintaining a healthy diet is very important. I hope I have been able to give you an overview of plaque psoriasis. I hope you have found this useful. And if you have found this useful, please log on to dermavidya.com for more information on other various skin conditions. And also, if there is any kind of, if you feel that you have got any kind of skin or hair condition, please consult your doctor instead of treating yourself.
For more such videos, visit or log into dermavidya.com.